YouTubers. So I'm working on an interior for my Cherokee. It's turning out pretty cool so far. Hey, no comments on my girl here, okay? So yeah, they're just doing some test fitting, got the chairs in, and usually all I do is zip tie them down. But I really want to do a nice interior on this one. So I'm gonna work really hard to detail it really nice. So I'll probably come in and throw a dash across the front, maybe something to come over the top and down. Uh, put some carpeting in. I got some leather, so I might do a leather seat, but we'll see. But I've got all the wiring done except for the lights. I haven't done anything. Sorry about that, guys. I haven't done anything with the lighting yet. Uh, but I did button up all my wiring and my ESC servos in. I extended out this bumper. I had it on there already. I've got lights for the bumper. So I don't have it on the stand. Apologize for the jumpiness, but just wanted to drop a little quick update. Battery's going to go underneath the roll cage. And I'm planning to make a cover. Let me show you something, guys. Hold on. Sorry again, but like I said, I didn't want to go through hassle of putting it on there. So as you can see, the battery tray's right underneath this road cage. And so my plan is to get a shorty pack in here. And then also what I want to do is I'm going to attach a box underneath the roll cage so that when I put the roll cage on, it covers the battery, and then I'm going to put some stuff on it to try to make it look like a what's it called, a fuel cell on a pre-runner. So that's the goal for the underneath part, but I do want to do a full interior, and I'm going to do a custom one because one of the things I like to do on my cars, and I've done it on a couple of other cars, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but because I got such a nice tranny in there, I usually expose part of the tranny. See, this tranny here is really nice. So usually I expose the tranny in the middle and then maybe do like a little cover on the top here, but exposing just a small part of the tranny in the interior. So that's why I cut that out so that it comes up through right about to there, and you can see the exposed tranny, and then everything else covers it all around. You'll see, I got the vision for it, so we'll try to, you know, I could easily throw the body on there and just start running it tomorrow, but I don't want to do that. And those of you that know me, I'm kind of anal, and I do enjoy this part of the hobby. So I want to get my accessories all done. I want to get the interior all done. I want to make that fuel cell for here, and I think it's going to look really good. I'm really glad that I decided to not force the body on the on that Gen 8, you know. Now, you can see it's real tight here, right? But one of the things you guys might not notice is it's not really going to hit here because I have the Desert Lizard shocks on this setup. Now, if you guys are familiar with these, this is more of a droop. So this comes down. So it doesn't really go up that much. It's more on a droop setup. So that's why I'm able to bring the tire up nice and close to the wheel well. So it's got a nice fit and it's not real high, you know, big gap in between. So it'll have a nice fit in the wheel well. And that allows me to do that because of the droop. It'll only come up. It will come up a little bit because it kind of like centers in the shock. You guys know, those of you that have been in the hobby a while know what I'm talking about. it actually sits in the shock, in the middle of the shock. So it goes down a little bit and then it goes, you know, the other way a little bit. So it's kind of in the center. So it's not a fully, uh, I don't know how to say it, but the shock isn't fully extended on this setup. So that'll allow me a nice tight fit over the wheel well so that I don't have a real gigantic gap. And I think it's going to look really cool. So we'll see how it turns out, but so far so good. I got my front bumper on there. I didn't want to do a real big bumper because I want to have this lighting. I could get a bigger bumper, but I think I'm going to leave the small one. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping not to damage this, so we'll see how this one works out. I like it. I've had it for a while. Um, and I kind of didn't want to be, because this is such a nice front end, I didn't want to be intrusive on the front end of this car. So that's why I have the small one. I do have bigger ones, but we'll see. We'll see. Take care, guys. I just wanted to drop you a little bit of an update uh, showing that I am working on my car and I'm having a lot of fun. And I got to do some accessories up here, probably a toolbox, maybe some camping gear. I got fishing gear. I got all kinds of stuff I could throw up there. So we'll see. I'd like to find a generator or maybe try to make one, you know. That would be kind of cool because that's how here, let me do a flip around. That's kind of what I envision for my real truck someday. Hopefully, I think around April or May, I'll be able to start on my Chevy. This eventually is going to be a pre-runner. It's a 2004 Chevy Silverado. Here, let me unplug this so I can get a better shot for those of you that might be interested. If you haven't tuned out yet, you'll get to see my Chevy. So this is my Chevy Silverado 2004. And eventually this is going to be my pre-runner. It's in excellent, excellent condition. It's got 90,000 miles on it. I bought it used and when I bought it, it had 53,000 miles. I've had it for a while, but I mean, it's so clean. So I'm excited about hopefully in April, May, right around there, starting the project. I've got a guy who's going to make a pre-runner bumper. So this bumper is going to go away and it's going to have the pre-runner setup type bumper on there. And I'm not going to do an extreme pre-runner, like a $30,000 build or anything crazy like that. I really not that, that I don't want to get that going on it that much. But the basics, I'm going to work on the engine, kind of beef it up a little bit, do some nice tires, and I am going to do the short arm. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the short arm or long arm. Those of you guys know your pre-runners. And then I think one of my things is I think I'm going to get rid of the bed. I've never ever liked the deep beds. Some guys do, depending on what type of work you do. I think that's what is the important part. But I've never liked the bed and kind of trying to reach over. I'm older now. And so, it's probably going to look a lot like that one someday. That's the goal anyway, but we'll see. Good Lord gives me good long life. I might be able to get it done someday. Anyway, you guys take care. You have a great night, and thanks for tuning in with me and sticking around. Take care.